Good afternoon or good evening. Today I'm going to demonstrate me going through a tutorial on one of the newer cyber pathways, intro into defensive security. This is a TryHackMe hosted page. Right here it says intro to defensive security. Let me show you I'll move this a little bit to show you. There we go. There's the website name, tryhackme.com. The purpose of this demonstration, I would like to demonstrate, I always say that, how to go through a room which focuses on learning basic techniques in defensive security. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through the prompts and we'll see what we learn. Offensive security focuses on one thing: breaking into systems. That might be achieved through exploiting bugs, abusing insecure setups, taking advantage of unenforced access control policies, among other things. Red teams and penetration testers specialize in offensive security. Defensive security is somewhat the opposite of offensive security. The two most important tasks are preventing intrusions from occurring and detecting intrusions when they occur and responding properly. Blue teams are part of the defensive security landscape, so that's like a buzzword in the industry. Blue team or red team makes sense. Some of the tasks related to defensive security include using cybersecurity awareness. Training users about cybersecurity helps protect against various web attacks or various attacks and that target their systems. Documenting and managing assets. We need to know what types of systems and devices that we have to manage and protect properly. Updating and patching systems, ensuring that computers, servers, and network devices are correctly updated and patched against any known vulnerability or weakness. Setting up preventive security devices, firewall intrusion prevention systems, IPS, are critical components of preventive security. Firewalls control what network traffic can go inside and what can leave the system or network. IPS blocks any network traffic that presents or that matches present rules and attack signatures. Setting up logging and monitoring devices without proper logging and monitoring of the network. It won't be possible to detect malicious activities and intrusion. If a new unauthorized device appears on our network, we should be able to know. There's much more to defensive security, and the list above only covers a few topics. In this room, we'll cover Security Operations Center, Threat Intelligence, Digital Forensic and Incident Response, DFIR, and Malware Analysis. What team focuses on defensive security? Here's the fun part about using this website. Not only do you get to read, they teach you things, and of course, they have these little questionnaires at the end, you answer them. So we remember defensive security is classified between two different colors, red and blue. So blue team is the answer. I'm guessing we'll hit the submit button. Boom, correct. And as you see, it says whoop whoop, your answer, well, is correct. So that's like a little cool little thing. We move on to the next part of the room. So areas of defensive security. In this task, we'll cover two main topics related to defensive security. SOC, where we cover threat intelligence, and DFIR, we also cover malware analysis. SOC is a type of cybersecurity professionals that monitor the network and its system to detect malicious cybersecurity events. Some of the main areas of interest for an SOC are vulnerabilities. Yes, this is important. Whenever a vulnerability weakness is discovered, It is essential to fix it by installing a proper update or patch. When a fix is not available, the necessary measures should be taken to prevent an attacker from exploiting it. Although remediating vulnerabilities is of vital interest to an SOC, it is not necessarily assigned to them. Policy violations. We think of security policy as a set of rules required for the protection of network systems. I'm going to kind of be terse about this. So we got vulnerabilities, policy violations, unauthorized activity, and most important, network intrusions. So those are the things that you'll see covered in the main area of interest, among others. So what we're going to do, we go back down here, and they're going to tell us about threat intelligence. In this context, it refers to information. Threat intelligence is information that you gather about actual and potential enemies. And then a threat is any action that can disrupt or adversely affect the system. Threat intelligence aims to gather information to help the company better prepare against potential adversaries. Excuse me. A lot of P's there. The purpose would be to achieve a threat-informed defense. So that is one of the very important parts is threat intelligence. And what we'll do here is that, okay, that's just a GIF right there. I didn't mean to click on that. So let's go down. Intelligence needs data. Data needs to be collected, processed, analyzed. Data collection is done in local sources such as network logs, public sources such as forums. Processing data aims to arrange them into a format suitable for analysis. So moving on to the next, data is important. DFIR, Digital Forensics Incident Response. This is a good topic. Digital forensics, incident response, malware analysis. Digital forensics is an application of science to investigate crimes and establish facts. In defense security, the focus of digital forensics shifts to analyzing, this is big, analyzing evidence of an attack, its perpetrators, and other areas such as intellectual property theft, cyber espionage, possession of unauthorized content. Digital forensics will focus on different areas such as file system, system memory, system logs, network logs. So incident response usually refers to a data breach or a cyber attack. However, in some cases, it can be less critical, misconfiguration, an intrusion attempt, or policy violation. So this goes on a little bit. And then the four major phases of the incident response process are preparation, detection and analysis, containment, eradication, and recovery, and post-incident activity. So it's really cool. They got the little flow chart letting you understand how these things go in the order of operations when it comes to dealing with these problems. So there's malware analysis. Malware stands for malicious software. Software refers to program documents and files that you can save on a disk and send over the network. There's many types, such as viruses, Trojan horses, which is a program that shows one desirable function but hides malicious function underneath. Similar to the, Fable, whatever, Trojans. Anyway, ransomware, malicious program that encrypts user files. So let me go into here. It says malware analysis aims to learn about such malicious programs using various means, static analysis and dynamic analysis. So static inspects malicious program without running it, requires solid knowledge of the assembly language, processor instruction set, computer's fundamental instructions. Dynamic dynamic analysis runs by running the malware in a controlled environment and monitoring its activities. It lets you observe how the malware behaves before running. What would you call a team of cybersecurity professionals that monitors a network and its systems for malicious events? And so where do we go to find that answer? We go, I would say we go right back up to the top. Security Operations Center. So Security Operations Center is a team of cybersecurity professionals. That seems like the answer right there. So let's go back down. Correct. Boom. What does DFIR stand for? Let's see. I think I remember. But if I didn't, I would just go right back up here. And it's not threat intelligence. It sounds so familiar. Oh, there it is. Digital Forensics Incident Response. Boom. So let's get back there. Oops. Got to make sure you spell it right. Boom. Correct. What kind of malware requires the user to pay money to regain access to their files? Sounds like you're being held by ransom. So let's say ransomware. Correct. Now, lastly, the practical example. We'll just run through this real quick just to show. It's going to induce a lab, which is great because even though I only have a couple more minutes to show, I'm going to show you how this runs. So I'm going to open the lab, and it says day in the life of a junior associate. You're going to inspect the alerts in your SIEM dashboard, find the malicious address from the alerts, take note of it, then click on the alert to proceed. And this is really cool because it gives you a practical idea of what the real world event would look like. This is going to be something that people on an actual blue team will go through and look. And what we're doing is we're going to look at some of these weird messages and say, okay, multiple failed login attempts sounds possibly like we've got a problem. Maybe somebody is trying to log in that is not John Doe. So we click on that more than likely, and let's see, does it allow you to click or no? It's just inspect the alerts, find a malicious address, and take note of it. So we know that's weird. Unauthorized connection. Here's the address right here. Okay, so the websites on the internet allow you to check the reputation of an address to see if it's malicious or suspicious. So what I forgot to do was take notice of the actual address. I might have to do that. Go back into there. What is it? 143, 110, 250, 149. All right. So let me go, boom. 143. Okay. 143.250. What's the rest? Or 110, 250, 149. Okay. Now we're going to submit this and see what happens. Now it looks like it came up as a bad IP. This was found in the IP address as malicious. Boom. Something isn't right. Okay, and it gives you the data and stuff right there. So what is the flag you obtained by following along? And there should be a flag somewhere up here. I didn't see it. Maybe I got it. Oh, I have to keep going. Okay, so as I go through this, it'll show you how to continue through this process. And in the end of the lab, yeah, you finish this lab and boom, you have completed the task. Right, as you can see, without the last answer, we're 80%. So I'm going to end it for now, but that is it. Thank you.